I show you how I made a Stargate. So first we're going to make the skeleton using... everything I used were things I already had in the house. So I had some embroidery hoops and jewelry boxes just to make the basic shape, and figured out a way to stick them all together. It's actually something that I made for my husband years ago for Christmas, but I really enjoyed making it. Just adding to the shape with tinfoil, again, something that most people have in the house. It's cheap and it's easy to mold, and just keep adding and adding. It was really great. You know, I sellotaped it or I glued it or whatever. Just always made sure I had a picture of a Stargate on the table next to me, so I could just keep going back to it and adding and changing to make it look like that. Now we're moving on to the chevrons. This is kind of the basic shape of the chevrons, just like the foundation of them, so you know where they're going to go. Equally spaced and according to the image. And then I'm making the little square chevrons, if they are all called chevrons, to put onto the little inner dialing circle. Now we're going to start adding the lights, which these are just some tiny little fairy lights, battery operated ones, that make a little hole in the base so that the base and the string can be hidden, and then attaching each of the individual lights to the actual chevrons on top of the chevrons, so that each chevron lights up. And now we're adding on top of that, I say we, I mean me, the actual proper chevron shapes. So these are like V shapes, like out of cardboard again, and also of the same size triangles of flexible plastic I just used from a plastic bottle. And I coloured that plastic with an orange marker pen. And so then each of these V's can be glued to a triangle piece of plastic. And then each of those can be glued on top of the lights, the chevrons, so that the light can glow through the plastic. Currently recording into a cat bed. Hopefully it's helping dispel the sound of the road. I actually made this video. Obviously, I made the Stargate years ago. I made this video I edited it about 7 months ago. I'm only just getting around to doing the sound design and the voiceover. It's something that I'm trying to get back into, editing and making videos and stuff. So there was a big learning curve with editing and everything. Hopefully it's good. Oh, adding another box for the base to give it some height. Now we're making the dial home device. So I found this dice popper online. It's like so perfect. It's like it's made for it. Took me ages actually. I edited it out, but it took me ages to get the actual dice out. But just making some cardboard circles to go at an angle over the plastic dome. And then another inner one. The glue's going throughout this whole process, so useful. Another little box that would fit in the DHD. Oh, I decided to actually put it on top of that, and then the batteries to the lights could hide inside that little box. And then made sure the lights went inside the actual DHD. And then red nail varnish on the inside of the dome so that when it lights up red. And now for the stairs up to the gate. So just like a bit of cardboard at a kind of triangular angle, and then an accordion fold all the way along. And secured that in place with some cardboard at the sides and also underneath. Cutting notches and everything so it fits into place perfectly. And gluing. Just adding more cardboard wherever there's holes. So still essentially only the basic shape. The cardboard under the stairs. Time to make the clay, and I got this method from a YouTuber called Creative Mom. It's basically just soaking egg cartons or egg boxes in hot water, the yummy cornflake looking things, and then I'm going too fast. mushing it up. Yeah, then you just blend all that and add in some... Oh, get rid of the water first. And then you just mix it with some PVA glue. I actually found this quite... oh yeah, I didn't show you the PVA glue. It is mixed with PVA glue. I found it a bit lumpy, but I've done it before, it wasn't lumpy, so I think it's because I used that massive cardboard insert rather than just actual egg cartons. But this is a really great clay that you can just use for any project. It's almost like papier-mâché. It's just like clay, actually. And yeah, just building on top of everything. And shaping as you go. Just using embroidery needle there to indent the details of the chevrons. But yeah, just added clay to everything. Now you can see it's really starting to take shape. Another YouTuber who was a great inspiration for me for this video was Lily's Tech Tips. She's so good for editing advice and using Canva to your advantage, but used one of her videos to get the idea for the timeline animation. I was just messing around, it was just really fun to kind of learn something new. Here it is! And now we'll have a change of music, because we're nearing the end. So, it took ages to dry, and because it's for a present I had to hide it under that bit of paper for ages. But yeah, so I had to do quite a lot of sanding. The inner dial didn't fit anymore inside the outer dial. Now it's just the finishing touches of painting. I looked at loads of different pictures to get ideas of how to best do it. And basically, you can see my image is kind of destroyed. I'd used it so much. Yeah, I just did a base of black over everything to add that shadow foundation of colour. And I didn't actually video anything past the black paint, but I mostly just used a bit of brown paint on the, the lower bit, and then some silver paint for highlights and lowlights on the metal of the gate. have it. Thank you so much for joining me.